this is a disease. It's not. It's a disease really, the horses. So you have to love it to do it. I mean, so we're all probably a little bit crazy, but it's good fun, you know. And then when you drive out of a show late this evening, but when you get results, it's a short road home, so it just makes it worth it, and you think that's why you do it. So like one good day like this is worth, I'll take 10 bad days for a day like today. I'm delighted to have qualified today for the RDS, for the Racehorse to Riding Horse, with a 6-year-old filly, Westerner filly, owned and bred by Peter Rowe in Hollymount. She was in training with Kieran Murphy in Mullingar, and she ran 4 or 5 times but had no luck on the track. She decided she didn't want to be a racehorse, she preferred the show ring. Christmas, when she came out of training, she left Kieran's. She came to me, and she had a small break, and then we got stuck in. So plenty of feed, good regime work-wise, and in fairness to her, like she shows up every day. Like she comes to work. She's fantastic attitude. She's, you know, for the most part very laid back, and she's a great mare to eat. You know, she doesn't stress, so that's always helpful. Like, so she has come on physically in leaps and bounds in a matter of months. Like, so yeah, very lucky with her that way. Her first show was Holly Park. I think that was the May bank holiday weekend. So she did the thoroughbred class there and won her thoroughbred class there that day. From there then, 26th of May, we're members of the Anvil Riding Club. The Golden Grove had a local show, so she went to that, and I did the large riding horse class at that show, which she also won. And then we went on to the Riding Club Festival, and we had a great weekend. She had a clean sweep, so she won the large riding horse, she won the Riding Horse Championship, and then the following morning she won the thoroughbred class at that. So from there then, the following weekend, we had to qualify for the Trioella. So there was a qualifier in Mullingar, so we went back to Mullingar, and she won the qualifier for the Trioella. So we've that box ticked now, and we're ready for the final in September. And then the next box to tick was Dublin, which thankfully we did today. So this was the last hurrah. So pressure's off now. My first trip to Dublin was with my middleweight horse called Tailor Made. He was a horse I used to hunt, and I had a riding accident. He was kind of the one that brought back my confidence, and started showing on him, and somebody suggested he'd be lovely under a side saddle. So we did some middleweights, workers, side saddle. So he went to Dublin. He was the first horse I took to Dublin, and then I had some small hunters and intermediates as well, so they went to Dublin also. And 2018 and 2019 I went back to Dublin, say 2 consecutive years, with the same horse, a horse that belonged to a mentor and dear friend of mine, William Codd, a horse called the Amarillo Kid. So he got into Dublin in 2018, we did the Racehorse to Riding Horse class, and then 2019 we had a little bit of a notion that we might do side saddle, so he qualified in Gorey on the same day for the side saddle and the Racehorse to Riding Horse class in 2019, and we went to Dublin. He was 5th in the ROR class and 3rd in the side saddle. Like he really stood out in the side saddle because he was probably the smallest horse in it, bone-wise and size-wise, but he just went beautifully, and the ride judge loved him. So he got his spot of 3rd, so I was delighted. Mia Moore is my 5-year-old Master's Choice mare out of Swedish Warm Blood. So she's bred by Barbara Hatton in Sligo Stud, and I bought her last October. So she's just broken in riding, and she's had her first few small shows now and getting going. So I've entered her for the 4- and 5-year-old lightweight mares in Dublin on the Thursday.
So there's David waving them off, so let's get a nice round.
What does Dublin mean to me? It's it's the pinnacle of the showing career for everybody, you know, and it's from one Dublin to the next. I mean, you're no sooner have driven out the gates of Dublin and you're thinking about the next year's Dublin, and you have to find a horse, and it's just an opportunity to meet people that you might not meet from one Dublin to next year's Dublin. So particularly during COVID, it was really missed. Really did miss going, and just the atmosphere at that show. So it's why some of the reason why I do it.